Behind the roaring applause celebrating Max Verstappen's stunning victory at the Japanese F1 Grand Prix, the spotlight turned instead to Lewis Hamilton's serious expression. The seven-time world champion couldn't hide his disappointment after finishing in 7th place, a result far below expectations and leaving many questions in the minds of his fans. But more than just the race result, Hamilton delivered a sharp and pressuring message to his new team, Ferrari. So what exactly was Hamilton trying to say? Let's dive in. High hopes surrounded Ferrari as the 2025 season kicked off. With a driver lineup consisting of Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, two big names with outstanding reputations, many predicted that this year could be a turning point for the legendary team. Especially since Ferrari had ended the 2024 season on a positive note, with a car that was beginning to show promising pace. However, the reality on track told a different story. In the first 3 rounds of the season, Ferrari had yet to seriously challenge Red Bull. At the Japanese GP, Hamilton started the race from 8th on the grid and could only manage a 7th-place finish, despite attempting a different strategy by starting on hard tires. In a race with minimal overtaking action, he only managed to pass one car, Isaac Hadjar of Alpine, a fact that reflected just how difficult the weekend had been for the world champion. "We just didn't have enough pace," Hamilton said after the race. "That was the maximum I had today. I had nothing more to give from the car. It's really tough, especially when you know there's more potential in there, but you just can't access it." The Japanese GP wasn't the only low point of the season for Lewis Hamilton. Since the start of the year, his performance has been marred by bad luck and recurring technical issues. In Australia, he suffered a major issue on the first lap that forced him to retire early, a heavy blow for a driver used to being competitive in every race. Things got worse at the Chinese GP, where he was disqualified after excessive plank wear was found on his car, a costly technical violation, especially for a driver of Hamilton's caliber and high standards. Even so, Hamilton experienced a brief moment of revival with a sprint race victory in Shanghai. However, that short-lived win felt more like a temporary relief in the midst of a harsh reality facing his team. The core problems at Ferrari, lack of consistency and race pace, remain unsolved. The legendary team that once dominated the Michael Schumacher era now seems to struggle just to compete with Red Bull, McLaren, and at times, even Mercedes. "It's not about one or two small things," Hamilton explained in a post-race interview. "It's about the entire package. We need improvements across the board, downforce, mechanics, balance, strategy, and definitely communication within the team. Otherwise, we'll just keep chasing shadows." Having just joined Ferrari this season, Lewis Hamilton openly admitted that he's still in the process of adapting to his new team. Nevertheless, he emphasized that time cannot be used as a perpetual excuse. In the highly competitive and fast-moving world of Formula One, every race is a crucial moment, either a golden opportunity or a missed chance. "I understand it takes time to get in sync with a new environment and team rhythm," Hamilton said in an interview. "But this is Ferrari, a legendary team with a long history and massive expectations. There's no room for too much patience or time to relax. I'm sure everyone in the team understands that." Hamilton also highlighted the performance of his teammate, Charles Leclerc, who he felt had so far been better at maximizing the car's potential. For Hamilton, this served as an indicator that the car does in fact have promising performance. It's just that he hasn't been able to fully extract it from his side of the garage yet. He sees this as both a challenge and a motivation to quickly find a turning point in his collaboration with Scuderia Ferrari. Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur didn't hide the fact that the SF25's performance still falls short of expectations. In recent weeks, it's become increasingly clear that their car continues to struggle to match the speed of their main rivals on the grid. Vasseur openly admitted that the team is lagging behind by about 2 to 3 tenths of a second, both in qualifying sessions and during full race conditions. "This is not the situation we wanted, of course," said Vasseur with a serious tone. "But we've been in this kind of position before. Last year, we were quite far behind, up to 6 tenths of a second off our competitors at the start of the season. However, we managed to significantly close that gap by mid-season. So we know it's not impossible." That statement reflects Vasseur's confidence and determination in facing the immense pressure that naturally comes with the Ferrari name. However, he also acknowledges that catching up is not just about improving the car's speed. There are many other aspects that he believes are equally important in the effort to get back to winning ways. Vasseur emphasized that the team must be able to work collectively and thoroughly. We need to be sharper in executing race strategies, in operating the car in the pit lane, even in handling the small details that might seem trivial but can actually make a big difference on the track, he stressed. Progress shouldn't just focus on the car. This is about how all elements of the team move as one solid and efficient unit. If Lewis Hamilton appeared frustrated, Charles Leclerc seemed to have truly lost his patience. The second free practice session, FP2, at Suzuka Circuit turned into total chaos due to strong winds and unstable track conditions. This made it difficult for most teams to gather accurate data for race simulations, especially regarding tire selection and race strategy. Leclerc, who only managed to record the 7th fastest time in FP2, vented his emotions over the team radio in a raised voice. "This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. I'm sick of this session," he shouted in frustration. His sharp comments quickly spread and became a hot topic in the paddock, reflecting the discomfort felt by the drivers under such extreme conditions. While Leclerc's anger is understandable, considering how difficult the session was under those conditions, his emotional outburst also illustrates the immense pressure currently bearing down on Ferrari. The Maranello-based team is now under intense scrutiny, not only due to high public expectations but also because time is ticking while the championship edges closer to its decisive phase. In such a situation, every second and every piece of data is crucial, and when all of that is wasted, frustration becomes inevitable. The failure to gather enough data in FP2 is not just a technical issue, but a potential threat to the outcome of a crucial race weekend. On a track like Suzuka, famous for its technical and fast nature, lack of preparation can mean the difference between standing on the podium and total failure. In this context, Leclerc's emotional explosion wasn't just a momentary outburst, it was a reflection of deep anxiety over uncertain results. With 3 races having passed without a podium finish from the main event, Ferrari is feeling the pressure more than ever. Time keeps ticking, and the window to turn things around is narrowing. The upcoming Bahrain Grand Prix is shaping up to be a pivotal moment in the season, not just for Ferrari, which is still searching for its rhythm, but also for Lewis Hamilton, who is still trying to find a firm footing with his new team. "I hope we can be more competitive in Bahrain," Hamilton said in a recent interview. "That track has quite different characteristics compared to the previous circuits, and hopefully that can help us get closer to the front. But to be honest, we know it won't be easy. We have to work hard to get there. Very hard." Lewis Hamilton is no stranger to pressure. He has lived through various eras, from his triumphant days with McLaren, his dominant reign at Mercedes, and now entering a new chapter in his career with Ferrari. This journey isn't just about who's fastest on track, but about how a true champion continues to push limits, even when the world doubts him. Now, the challenge he faces goes beyond just winning races. This is an emotional and professional battle to restore the glory of the most iconic team in Formula One history. Ferrari, on the other hand, is at a critical juncture. They have all the resources needed to be the best. 2 exceptional drivers capable of competing at the highest level, world-class facilities and infrastructure, and the passionate support of millions of tifosi around the globe. But all those advantages will mean little if they can't be translated into consistency, solid strategy, and, of course, victories on the track. Can they turn things around and return to the top of the sport? What's your take?